Disclaimer: I doesn't claim any of the arts. All the picture shown belongs to the respective artist and company. If you are original owner and want me to remove the video, I will do it immediately. Just send me an email to inform me. And if you liked my content, please subscribe to the channel. Chapter begins, and we see, as the scene opens, a booming voice echoes through the air, announcing the end of the first stage of the awakening ceremony. The crowd buzzes with anticipation as the results are about to be revealed. Among the participants, we find Theo Ragnar and Axion Ragnar standing side by side. Suddenly, the Vana calls out Theo's name, sending shockwaves through the crowd. No one saw this coming. Theo Ragnar has been named the valedictorian of the first stage. Gasps ripple through the audience as the Vihana elaborates. Theo scored a flawless 10 out of 10. His mastery of technique, control over magic, and incredible speed were nothing short of perfect. The crowd is in disbelief. The Flash Tiger, Theo Ragnar, has seized first place. Whispers fill the air as they process that Axion Ragnar, once thought unbeatable, has been bested. The Vihana continues, revealing that Theo's sword mark was strikingly similar to young Master Thorkeel's legendary record, a revelation that leaves everyone speechless. A close-up of the sword mark shows its intricate details, and murmurs spread like wildfire as onlookers realize how close Theo is to matching Thorkeel Ragnar, one of the 5 major candidates for clan succession and a key figure in this fierce competition. Next, the Vihana announces Axion Ragnar as the second-ranked participant. Despite his perfect score, Axion ranks second due to his sword mark being just a fraction shorter than Theo's. The tension in the air thickens as Axion lowers his head, his expression hidden from view but radiating fury. Those around him can feel the storm brewing within him. Finally, he lifts his head slowly, his eyes blazing with anger. He cannot believe what has just transpired. Meanwhile, as the Vihana continues to announce other winners, an unsettling silence surrounds Axion, who is consumed by his rage while others celebrate their victories. The Vihana congratulates all participants and announces that the second stage of the awakening ceremony will take place in 3 days at the Winter Mountains. He urges the 87 examinees who passed to prepare themselves for the next challenge. The scene shifts to a cozy wooden house nestled in a snowy landscape. Inside, Theo and Remington join others in celebrating Theo's triumph. He is showered with congratulations for taking first place and humbly thanks everyone while reminding them that their journey is far from over. Their ultimate goal is to conquer the second stage together. Placing a reassuring hand on Remington's shoulder, Theo encourages him. However, Remington's expression betrays his inner conflict. He congratulates Theo but feels a twinge of sadness, ashamed of his own performance and feeling left behind. Sensing this, Theo brushes it off as mere luck and reassures him that such things don't matter among friends. Moved by Theo's words, Remington feels a spark of renewed determination as they raise their glasses in a toast to future victories. The scene transitions back to the snowy mountains, where we find Theo standing alone in deep thought. He reflects on his unexpected achievement, first place in the awakening ceremony, something he never dreamed possible in his past life. Yet he knows better than to get carried away. Defeating Axion was not a true battle, but merely a step forward. Clenching his fist tightly, he steels himself for what lies ahead. He remembers that defeating Rendon was not enough. Rendon was merely a pawn. His true enemies are Axion and Skydragon. With resolve burning within him, he vows to harness every ounce of strength at his disposal for revenge. Theo pulls out a mysterious compass from his pocket. It glows softly as a system notification appears. Nest Compass. Miscellaneous effect guides the holder toward the direction of the nest. The compass points toward Winter Nest Mountain, sparking a realization within him. Perhaps this second stage will unveil what destiny awaits him. Suddenly sensing movement behind him, Theo reacts instantly. He vanishes and reappears with his sword poised at a stranger's throat. Startled, the man raises his hands in surrender and identifies himself as Gatsby Jotun from the Sword Platoon. Gatsby reveals that his captain was impressed by Theo's performance at the ceremony and offers him a chance to take an admittance qualification test for their elite unit. Still cautious, Theo questions why there is a need for a test instead of a direct invitation. Gatsby reassures him that even being offered this chance is an honor. Just as their conversation begins to unfold further, another voice cuts through. The sharp tone commands attention. Fools! A woman steps forward with her sword drawn. She introduces herself as Ayab Sosori, Vice Commander of the Black Iron Cavalry, known far and wide as the Fire Goblin. She boldly offers Theo a place in her platoon, claiming her offer far surpasses that of the Sword Platoon. As tensions rise between Ayab and Gatsby over who will win Theo's allegiance, more figures emerge, representatives from other elite units all eager to recruit him into their ranks. Chaos erupts as they vie for his attention while Ayab's frustration reaches its peak. Amidst this madness, Theo can't help but chuckle at how absurd the situation has become. He considers slipping away quietly before it spirals further out of control. Just as he prepares to make his exit, another voice interrupts. The calm yet commanding tone silences everyone present. Flower petals drift gracefully through the air as Osa Ragnar, the Lady of Plum Blossom Palace, steps into view. The crowd gasps in surprise at her presence. She smiles warmly and explains she's here for one reason: to see Theo Ragnar. The scene shifts once more to reveal Axion Ragnar consumed by fury, a tempest within him unleashing chaos as he lashes out violently against anyone nearby. His mind is clouded with thoughts of Theo's victory. Blinded by rage, he bellows Theo's name while ruthlessly striking down those around him. In this moment of madness, Axion's uncle Ed intervenes with calm authority, stopping Axion's sword with just 3 fingers while reprimanding him for such reckless behavior. Venting your anger like this won't change anything, he states firmly. Frustrated but listening, Axion calls out, "Uncle." But Ed insists he must calm down and focus instead on what truly matters. "Follow me," he commands ominously. "I'll tell you how to make the second stage, Theo Ragnar's funeral." Hello everyone. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I've just launched an Instagram page, and I would love for you to follow me there as well. This way, we can stay more connected and keep you updated on all the latest news and developments regarding the channel. Your support means a lot. Thank you for watching my video so far. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. The powerful sword dragon, known as Osa Ragnar, strode into the scene like a character from an ancient tale, each step resembling a descent from the skies. Her eyes scanned the crowd, her expression serious as if burdened by deep regret. Why had she, a distinguished lady of the Plum Blossom Palace, chosen to attend this unimpressive gathering? Yet, she was here for a purpose. And it was clear to everyone. The crowd buzzed with excitement. Whispers filled the air, almost comical in their intensity. Osa Ragnar is here for Theo. They clutched their pearls or whatever they could find to express their shock, fearing that Osa Ragnar's presence might signal weakness for their side. As they fidgeted nervously, a wave of power radiated from her, calm yet as forceful as a typhoon. The ground seemed to tremble beneath her feet, acknowledging her authority. Osa Ragnar ignored their feeble protests and created a quiet space around herself and Theo, as if declaring that only those worthy could approach. In this secluded area, separated from the crowd's murmurs, Theo grasped the surreal nature of his situation. Standing alongside the legendary Lady of the Plum Blossom Palace, a whirlwind in silk and steel, he marveled at how he had ended up here until her voice broke his thoughts. With a relaxed tone that almost teased him, she said with a hint of a smile, "The Dragon Lord might disapprove of this, but I have a gift for you." Theo blinked in surprise. Gift sounded much more significant than he had anticipated. Before he could ask for clarification, Osa Ragnar unleashed her famous sword technique, known as the Dragon Lord's Power. One swing cut through the air like a blade through silk, shattering any hope that this was merely a friendly training session. She moved with deadly precision, turning everything in her sword's path to ash. Her style was fierce and contrasted sharply with the Dragon Lord's balanced approach. The air filled with swirling petals and blazing embers as her movements became a blur of elegance and devastation. With a knowing smile, she concluded her display by gently placing her heel back on solid ground, a subtle movement that radiated control and power. She stood still, gazing at Theo with an air of smug satisfaction that only true masters can achieve. She casually announced the name of her technique, Heaven's Flower Rain, masking its incredible destructive potential with an easy demeanor. Theo felt completely overwhelmed by her skill and finesse. It was both humbling and inspiring. Trying to absorb everything he had just witnessed, he wondered aloud if he could ever understand it all. Osa Ragnar simply looked at him with amusement and said, "Well, you've seen it. Learn from it if you can." With one last burst of energy, she vanished in a flash of light. Theo stood there in disbelief as Osa Ragnar's invitation to meet again after the ceremony echoed in his mind, a possibility he couldn't ignore. As he grappled with the implications of that invitation, he couldn't help but chuckle inwardly about balancing his responsibilities afterward. If he could even wield his sword again after witnessing such mastery. The scene shifted 3 days ahead to a cold and unwelcoming forest, just in time for the big event. The snow-covered landscape stretched endlessly like mountains, flaunting their dominance all the way to the northern Great Wall, an ominous welcome to their icy nightmare. The homeland of the Ragnar clan rose dramatically before them, a place shaped by history and stained with the blood of monster hunters. This was home for them, beautiful yet harsh. But now it wasn't the wall or mountains that drew attention. It was what lay beyond, the Demon Sea, a cursed expanse filled with monsters that had plagued them for over 1,000 years like an unrelenting pest problem. Enter Jackie Ragnar, appearing every bit like a strict exam overseer, reminding these eager apprentices of their serious responsibility to protect humanity from whatever horrors lurked beyond those mountains. With Jackie's grave warning hanging in the air, he outlined the simple goal of their test. Survive for 15 days while collecting as many bells as possible from beasts roaming the winter mountains, and try not to get eaten in the process. The bells were color-coded by difficulty to keep things exciting. Somewhere out there lurked beasts too powerful for any one apprentice to face alone. Jackie left no room for misunderstanding. They were free to use any means necessary to gather those bells. This sparked sidelong glances and barely concealed smirks among the participants. Survival of the fittest at its Ragnar finest. Theo absorbed the harsh reality that this test practically encouraged them to snatch each other's prey bells and dignity, if given half a chance. Nothing says best friends quite like sanctioned theft in pursuit of points. Jackie displayed a totem marking safe zones stocked with supplies and fortified against monster attacks because apparently starving or being eaten inside designated areas was frowned upon. With dramatic flair and an arm sweep, Jackie shouted for them to begin. Chaos erupted as participants scattered, their eyes gleaming with determination, some practically drooling at the chance to prove themselves. Theo caught snippets of conversation nearby. One group debated strategies, while another scheming type named Axion received reminders to stick to their plan, hinting at some special scheme targeting Theo himself. Theo noted Axion's focused expression and caught a glimmer of trouble in his eyes. He knew this wouldn't be the last he'd see of him. As Theo prepared to set off, he was stopped by a friend whose eyes sparkled with rivalry and camaraderie unique to a Ragnar. "Look," Remington said, "part confession, part challenge. I want to surpass you." Theo grinned knowingly. He understood that feeling all too well. "Good luck," he replied, aware that luck was only part of what they needed. Left alone now, Theo scanned the vast snow-covered landscape before him, a playground for both hunters and hunted alike. He gazed up at the snowy cliff rising ahead, its surface bathed in an eerie blue light, hinting at hidden paths or perhaps dangerous secrets waiting to be uncovered. And with that, this chapter ends. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Support this channel by liking this video and subscribing the channel. And if you want me to recap another manhwa or manga, write its name on comment section. And if you want to know what happened in previous chapter, you can watch them in this YouTube channel.